Emma liked to blow bubbles. She would blow bubbles in her milk, in her soda, even in her soup. She was a professional bubble blower. No one could blow more bubbles than Emma. One day, Emma went to the park and sat down on a nearby bench to blow some bubbles. A little boy came up to her and asked, "How do you blow so many bubbles?" "It's easy," Emma said. Emma turned around and saw the little boy blowing bubbles. The next day, Emma went back to the park to blow some bubbles. She thought about the little boy and his bubble beard, and everyone in the village knew them as a bubble-blowing boy and a bubble-blowing girl with a heart of bubbles. She wanted to make a bubble beard too. She went to the forest to find the old woman who had given the little boy his bubble beard. When she found the woman, Emma asked, "Can I please have a bubble beard too?" The old woman smiled. "Of course, my dear," she said. "A kind heart is the best bubble beard of all." Emma was confused. "What does that mean?" she asked. The old woman handed her a small, smooth stone. "Here, put this in your mouth and blow." Emma put the stone in her mouth and blew. A bubble appeared. It wasn't as big as the ones the little boy blew, but it didn't need to be. Emma had a bubble beard now, and she knew that the best bubble beard of all was the one inside her heart. But when she got there, she saw that the little boy had already beaten her there. "Look, Emma," he said, "I made a new bubble beard." He showed her that he had made a bubble beard out of sticks and leaves. Emma smiled. "That's a great bubble beard," she said. The little boy dipped his new bubble beard into the bubble solution and blew. Hundreds of bubbles floated into the air. Emma and the little boy spent the day playing with the new bubble beard. She smiled. "You found a bubble beard," she said. "I knew you could do it." The little boy puffed out his chest proudly. Emma and the little boy spent the rest of the day blowing bubbles. They blew bubbles bigger than their heads and bubbles smaller than ants. They made bubbles with 2 bubble beards. They made bubbles with 3 bubble beards. They even made a bubble beard hat and blew bubbles with that. The little boy went up to the woman and asked, "Can I please have a bubble beard?" The woman smiled. "You want to blow bubbles, little one?" she asked. The little boy nodded his head. The woman reached into her pocket and pulled out a small, smooth stone. She handed it to the little boy and said, "Here, hold this in your mouth and blow." The little boy put the stone in his mouth and blew. To his amazement, a huge bubble appeared. It floated up into the air and popped. Then he tried again and another bubble appeared, and then another and another. The little boy was so happy. He thanked the woman and ran off to find Emma. "All you need is a straw and some bubble solution." The little boy took the bubble wand and tried to blow bubbles, but he couldn't blow even one. He felt like crying. Emma handed him the bottle of bubble solution and said, "Here, this won't help you if you don't have a beard." The little boy looked puzzled. Emma explained, "The best bubbles come from the bubble beard." The little boy was confused. "What's a bubble beard?" he asked. "It's a magical beard that can blow bubbles all by itself," Emma said mysteriously. "But only kind people can have bubble beards." The little boy thought for a moment. "I want to be a bubble blower too," he said. "Then let's go find you a bubble beard." Emma stood up and walked toward the forest. The little boy followed her. They walked a long time until they saw an old woman sitting on a log. "Look, Emma, I have a bubble beard," he shouted. When the sun began to set, Emma and the little boy went home. As the sun began to set, Emma went home. From that day on, Emma and the little boy blew bubbles together every day.